Okay, everyone. So we are currently live right now, and a lot of people were coming into my chat and telling me that Jessica Ballinger, the Almighty, of course, who is Christopher Ballinger's wife, Colleen Ballinger's sister-in-law, is apparently going on a little comment spree as we speak. And I was being sent the link of the Colleen Ballinger snark, so I have just looked it up, and it is true. It is true. Jessica's busy tonight. So I'd say she's probably not looking after her kids, but when she's not filming them, does she really do that anyway? All right. So what is this? We have Jessica replying to a comment from someone on their newest videos saying they were unsubscribing because of a recent discourse with JoJo supporting defending multiple groomers, i.e. Colleen and James Charles. Is she calling Adam a liar by Jessica? So we have two comments to make. Now again, if this backlash gets too much for Jessica, she'll just pop another couple out of her. Yeah. As she does whenever the views are down. Isn't that right, Jessica? All right. Let's get to this. Are we ready? So Jessica replying to a comment on someone. All right. How do I? Okay. This is quite small, but I'm just going to read it. Adam, she's doubling down. Of course she is. She's her bajillion children to get to. The Von Trapp family. Fuck me. It is sad to me how caught up people get in online gossip, says Jessica Ballinger, who, by the way, for many, many, many years asked me to search fucking Gossip Garden for Josh T to send to her. This is the same woman that would spend many fucking days in DMs with children talking about drama. That's crazy. Jessica, remember those days? Not that long ago. Not that long ago, baby. Remember when you wanted to find out drama that was happening in the group chat between children as well? Oh, mama. Anything to not look after your kids, right? JoJo is a lovely person. So this is about JoJo defending Colleen and the entire internet, like clowning on JoJo. JoJo is a lovely person. She has a huge heart, a dedication to bringing joy to others, and an absolutely brilliant mind. James wasn't there. I haven't seen him in years, but I wish him well. We have entered into a new sad era where it is more profitable to complain about and destroy other humans than to lift them up. And no, that's just because you're pissed off that we're exiting the era of you being able to, the sad era where it's more profitable to exploit your children online and pop out a couple more whenever the views get down, Jessica. Remember that? Remember when you and your sister-in-law used to complain online that YouTube were putting in measurements to protect children in YouTube videos by turning off comments and limiting ads and stuff to try push parents to not put their children online? And you and your sister-in-law went against YouTube saying how fucking awful that is. Remember that? When the platform was putting things in place to protect children and you went so desperately against it because all your children is a paycheck. That's all they are. That's a sad era, Jessica. And also, by the way, you're complaining about the online gossip fucking era. Jessica, bitch, that's all you fucking engaged in. Seriously? You sat your ass on that sofa all day and you were in that weenies chat with us and you were in private DMs with me talking about fucking Josh and the divorce. Like, I don't know if you were just doing it to relay the information to Colleen or if you were sad enough that you cared that you were speaking to like a 14-year-old fucking Adam all summer. Seriously, Jessica, whatever sad era you're referring to here, you're a part of. And you have been. So, like, the reason you've flown under the radar so much is because no one fucking cares about your family channel because they've had it with how much you've exploited your children, specifically your eldest daughter. Jessica, do we want to talk about a sad era where on your YouTube channel, literally on your YouTube channel, all it takes is writing in Ballinger family and one of the top suggestions is Bailey period because the kind of people that watch your videos are the ones that are trying to prey on your fucking kids and you have no fucking problem with it. And by the way as well, Jessica, Colleen used to make fun of your ass for how much you used to film the kids. She used to be so pissed off whenever you would bring them over because you'd be filming them. So, Jessica, please sit the fuck down. Jessica, sit the fuck down. Jessica, remember as well, all the people that were coming forward and being like, oh, if you've ever been around Colleen, yeah, she makes fun of her friends, family, whatever. Listen, I've been saying it for a lot longer than they have, but there's more people that are coming up. So if you think you got off all scathed on this, Jessica, please. All right, sorry, let's finish this. Sorry, Jessica Ballinger one just pisses me off because she just, like, obviously no one really cares to talk about Jessica Ballinger, but, like, All right. We've entered a new sad era where it is more profitable to complain about and destroy other humans than to lift them up. The best quote I've ever heard about this experience is, if you have a problem with me, call me. If you don't have my number, then you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me. Well, that's ironic. Should I... let's get Corey DeSoto on the phone right now. let's get... Yeah. Hello? All right. Instead of being concerned about all the people supporting JoJo, perhaps consider that they know her on a human level rather than parasocial opinions. Here she's talking about fans defending JoJo, by the way. Not on a parasocial relationship, apparently, if you like them. I do see that you're upset about all things now you believe about strangers, so I applaud your decision to unsubscribe. Our intention is to provide a happy space. Yeah, not for your kids, but maybe for your audience. And if this isn't for you, then I'm glad you're aware of that and you've made that boundary for yourself. Jesus, Jessica, isn't that a crazy concept? Boundaries? Wish your kids could get some of them, don't? I do really encourage you to look at your engagement with gossip culture. Oh my god, you guys have no fucking idea. I am going to scream this from the rooftops. Y'all have not experienced Jessica Ballinger caring about fucking online gossip like we have. Holy shit. You have never seen a woman more engaged in online bullshit than Jessica Ballinger in her peak of it. Oh my god. This is so fucking laughable beyond words. Jessica Ballinger used to just DM members of She used to fucking invite the members of Weenies over to her house or go over to their house with her kids and talk shit about people with children. When she would meet up with the members of Weenies with her children at Disneyland and talk shit, I'm going red in the face because Jessica Ballinger, all she used to fucking do was talk shit with people. Whether she did it in person to be a little bit more smart at meet and greets, whether she would invite them over to her fucking house, the fans by the way, or whether she would go over to hers. My face is getting red like a fucking tomato because you have no idea how hypocritical this is. And no one talks about it because by and under God, no one cares about Jessica Ballinger. And trust me, nor do I, which is why we do not talk about her. But oh my God. It's just funny. It's funny because, like, you have no idea. Like, okay. Our intention is to provide a happy space. And if that isn't for you, then I'm glad you have that boundary for yourself. I do encourage you to look at your engagement with gossip culture with the same scrutiny, though. It'll likely have a more negative impact on you than you seem to realize. Thank you for all your years of support. Jessica, we need you to look inwards, baby. So this is the first one, right? But there's another one about me, apparently. She is so patronizing. It's interesting that she speaks up in defense of JoJo, but not Colleen. Lol. All right, let's see what she has to say about me. Give me what you got. Oh, this is very... All right, we'll just read it like this. I wasn't responding to you there, but now you probably will get a good idea of how all of this works. I was responding to someone who was making an accusation about Colleen, saying I haven't seen proof of their accusation. They'll likely screenshot my response, or someone will. They will make a clickbait gossip video about me and probably make up a ton of things they believe I think... Wait. They think I... They will make a clickbait gossip video about me. The gossip... and probably make up a ton of things that they believe I think without any info about from me. Whoa, she got our ass there. That's crazy. They will get a ton of views and make claims about my reputation. Bitch. They will start a mob of people who come here and to all of our social medias and attack us. Jessica for president. Jessica for president. Jessica for president. Then they will attack anyone who supports us and encourages people to attack us. That's the mob mentality. It's happening and happening ferociously, and people are profiting off of it and destroying good people in the process. Ooh. People told me to refresh my Reddit. Well, that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? Wait, I did refresh. Oh, here we go. Ooh, there's more. Oh, she's bored tonight. Full comment of Jessica or Chris responding to comments who was disappointed that they were supporting JoJo. All right. Yikes. JoJo, hope James isn't there. I'm just so disappointed. I've been watching your videos since Parker was little. I just can't support this kind of behavior. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Which one is them? Is this all of them? Which one is them? I think that everyone reading your comment will understand you and appreciate your choices in life. Listen, this is the first comment I've left since before the Colleen. I've held my tongue and didn't say anything because I was disappointed in this video because of the person they're trying to promote and who this person surrounds herself with. It's my choice to tell them how hurt I am if they're still making these kind of choices when I've been such a supporter and let... Wait, I'm so confused by which... Check the caption. The blue sticker bar is the original commenter. This thread is under their new YouTube video. So in essence, everyone is lying. All of this is alleged. Where there's actual proof, each reply gets progressively worse, and yeah, people are going to make a video about it because that's exactly what she deserves. She's a piece of work. Also, if there's proof, send it to the authorities and get Colleen arrested. Why say that? Does she want Adam to do that? I can't understand why anyone would say that they hope the authorities get involved in any capacity unless they actually hope for that, especially knowing that they will potentially done multiple illegal things. One of them was proven via the photos of her and Jonathan. It's wild to throw in the authorities. Okay, wait, so which one are her? Oh, here we go. I don't want you to feel like you're getting eaten alive. I think people are just disagreeing with you. If anyone else attacks you, I will delete their comments. I don't have any idea what James has apologized for. I don't get involved in that stuff. Oh, please. Because I've seen how exaggerated and extreme it can all be. Yeah, bitch, you got included in it. But all I'm hearing from you is that he's apologized multiple times for something, and now JoJo's friends with him. That sounds like a very normal human response. This is just Jessica being like, I love James. I love James. We should all aim to be more forgiving as a society. That's real. I'm so confused. I did not tell you to leave, but I will always support anyone's decision to unsubscribe and unplug for a while. I support your decision. If you're happy here, then stay. If not, find a new space that finds you joy. Do not come here and accuse anyone of being a terrible individual. This is about James Charles, by the way. Jessica Ballinger is responding. People not wanting her to promote James Charles. It actually is gossip. I haven't seen any proof of that. Okay, where's their next one? It's sad how caught up you guys get in online gossip. JoJo is a lovely person. She has a huge heart and a dedication to bringing joy to others. All right, we read this one. Someone responded to Jessica and said, Jesus, Jessica's bored tonight, isn't she? It's such a slap in the face to leave this shady comment when I was saying how I felt about being associated with JoJo because of the people that she chooses to support and brings her fans to. So, okay, so this person's saying, like, JoJo's not great. I wasn't responding to you there, but now you will probably get a good idea of how all of this works. I was responding to someone who was making an accusation of Colleen, saying that I haven't seen proof of their accusation. They'll likely screenshot my response. They'll make a clickbait gossip video of me. This is the one we just read. I genuinely wish the best for you. All I see is alleged, not proof. If there is proof, then I hope it gets taken to the proper authorities and managed correctly. You know, Jessica, babe, what I'm going to say to you is if this is all alleged and there was no proof shown of anything, why is your sister-in-law, like, you know, she would have... You think she's choosing to just have, like, months of silence? She doesn't want to be confronted with the amount of shit that's out there. Like... Please. It's much easier for her to, all of the family to ignore what's out there by not responding to it. Whereas if they come back, then they have to respond to, oh, this screenshot or this screenshot or this screenshot or this screenshot. Let me tell you something about Jessica Ballinger. Jessica Ballinger is a bored woman. She is a very, very, very bored woman. And you know what? She... in my mind, was always the one that was kind and sweet. And even when the 2020 video happened, I thought favorably of Jessica. Jessica didn't, like, leave me on social... Like, hadn't blocked me, like, a lot of, you know... And I was like, you know what? Like, that's awful, because with Jessica and Christopher, I was their first fan. They always told me that I was the first ever fan mail that they got, because I sent fan mail to Colleen's P.O. Box for them when their channel was really just kind of starting to get popular. And even a couple of years ago, Jessica sent me a DM of photos of the letters, which I'm sure are thrown out now. And I had written all of them, all of the kids. I was literally like 8 years old or something, letters. And Jessica held on to the letters. And I always was like, I really like her. I really, really, really like her. You know, she's different than the rest of them. Blah, 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 blah. You know, we didn't talk like how me and Colleen talked, ever. However, Jessica would always come to me with updates or if she needed something, right? And it was only whenever I really started to look at the Colleen coming to me for things or being really nice and love bombing and then asking me for things where I realized that, oh, Jessica just always needed someone to shit talk with or always needed information. Like, there was no thing there. She always relied on this, like, you were one of our first fans. And I always thought favorably of her, even until a few years ago, because I thought she's different than the rest, she's whatever, blah, 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 blah. But whenever I think back on it, especially like a year or so ago, and I realized that, oh, Jessica would message me and she used to talk to me about, do I want to throw her under the bus here? Maybe. One of the main things Jessica used to always talk to me about was whenever I was in school and I had crushes, she always used to talk to me about the crushes. So that's what we normally would talk about. And then that would segue into her getting me to do things for her, whether it was finding information or whatever. So I always thought that was a lot more normal than the Colleen thing because it happened less frequently. But then I realized that when she would come in and if I had tweeted something and makes reference to whatever and then is DMing me and what's Josh writing here? You know, I just feel so bad for Colleen here. And it was just kind of like, oh, actually, she was no different than Colleen and she can go fuck herself. It's like, they're all just the same. Once you realize that, you're fine with it. And Jessica, this is not spreading lies and propaganda and the army and blah, 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 blah. This is how it works. Like, that is, Jessica, please. The reason that someone who says that is someone who is afraid of something coming out. Or someone who says that is someone who's trying to jump ahead of it. Jessica, I'm not fucking hiding anything. I just have no problem talking shit about you because you know what? You fucking used me. And you're a piece of shit as well, like the rest of them. Like, I've no problem saying that. And that's not me being like, Army, go, send Jessica. No, don't do that. You know what I mean? But I can say what you did to me whenever I was younger and the times, Colleen, all the rest of them. You know, that's it. Like, this isn't a strategic, like, whoa, the new sad era. If you did things to me when I was a child, or talked to me when I was a child, or I had a perception of you whenever I was a child, or you had a perception of me when I was a child, and then we grow up, we can talk about that. And I am. Jessica, sorry it took me so long. You know, I'm 21 now, so I'm an adult now. Hey, Jessica, I'm sure you don't want to hang out with me anymore. You know, I can talk about you now from things that you engaged with whenever I was like 13, 14, 15, 16, you know what I mean? Like, and if you're going to jump at this, oh, this sad era and blah, blah, blah. Jessica, please. All you cared about was being so involved in all of our lives at the Weenies. And you acted like the cool aunt and you were, you know, Colleen was like our friend, but you were like the cool aunt and stuff. And you were really so uninvolved in all the things. Bitch, whenever all the members of Weenies talk, we say how involved you used to get to like a creepy level with like Josh and stuff. And it's like everyone has their different perceptions of you. Some people may think you were quiet, some people whatever. I'm just saying about my own opinion, the same way that I'm sure you have your own opinion of me, right? We can agree to disagree, Jessica. I don't want any hate to go to you, and I'm sure, Jessica, you don't want any hate to go to me. But I'm saying it's like, we can have our own things of what happened to us and how we feel about each other. And that's fine. That's not part of a new sad era. It's growing up within the culture that you were literally helping house within Colleen. So, that's that. My perception of you, your perception of me, a member of Weenies to you, you to the Weenies, one member of the Weenies, 100 members, like, It is what it is. You were very involved in my life as a child, and I have no problem talking about it as an adult. So if you were involved in a positive way, I would have said that as an adult too. Like, but Jessica, go on and, say that it's all lies and say all this or whatever. It's taken you long enough to do that anyway. But good for you. Hope you're doing well. When the views get down, I'll wait for the pregnancy announcement. All right. Have a good night, Jessica. Have a good night.